Just as a quick addendum, the video you're about to watch was recorded on the 21st of June on the Saturday. It is now the 22nd on the Sunday. That was recorded first thing in the morning. As a developing story, there could well be far more information that comes out by the time this is published in the evening on the Sunday. I'm already seeing content creators starting to create videos regarding this fight. I'm also seeing more rumours circulate online regarding this fight, so we might hear more before then. So, again, maybe this gets completely panned and this turns out to be completely false, but I just thought I'd add that, just so you know. Thank you. Welcome back to Bite Size Boxing. I'll be frank with you today, I had no plans to make a video whatsoever. I'm just about to go out and enjoy the beach in the nice weather, but I've just come across something that has blown my mind and I can't not talk about it. Now, you see, with boxing, it's different to any other sport. It's not like football. So with football, for example, with regards to news and information and insider stuff, beyond what a Fabrizio Romano might be allowed to tell you or a David Ornstein might be allowed to tell you, you're not going to find out much, right? You don't know the inner workings. Boxing's different to that. Little old me, right? I'm a nobody. I've got 2 subs and no one watches this, right? I hear things. I've heard things over the years. Things that are not the general public are not privy to. You see, it's not a sport where it's as hush-hush as many others. The rumour mill at the moment is that the leading contender for Anthony Joshua's comeback fight is Dave Allen. Now, I just did a video the other day about Dave Allen versus Jamie TKV because this was the fight that Allen had hinted at, that the British board looked like they were going to make because, you know, what's his name? Adalai is now fighting Hrgovic. So I just sort of naturally come to the conclusion that, yeah, okay, well, Allen and TKV is going to be made, and Allen's hinted at that. Well, in recent days, Dave Allen has come out and basically said he has heard and been offered a fight that has blown his mind. He can't believe it. It's a top heavyweight, and he's basically pinching himself. Now, I heard that and I thought, I'll take it with a pinch of salt. I like Dave Allen, he's a nice guy, but if you watch his interviews, if you watch his channel, he will say one thing and then within a minute contradict himself. So I don't necessarily take everything that Dave Allen says at face value. But that being said, I'm now starting to hear more and more whispers on the grapevine and on Twitter and on social media generally that no, he is serious and that they are looking at AJ as for AJ's comeback fight. I've been following this sport a very long time. Not many things shock me, but this would be one of the most outrageous things I have ever heard if they are genuinely thinking of matching Dave Allen because he beat Johnny Fisher against AJ. Let's be really honest here a second, right? I've been a bit more diplomatic in my previous videos talking about Johnny Fisher, but I've got to be frank. Johnny Fisher is a ticket seller. Johnny Fisher is not a particularly good fighter. Nobody thought Johnny Fisher was going to be much of anything. We all knew he wasn't any good. We just didn't know how bad he was. And as it turns out, in and around area level, he gets beat, right? So just because you've beaten that guy, you're now going to go in against a former unified heavyweight champion of the world and what? No worse than top 3 of his generation? Now, don't get it twisted. I think AJ is damaged. I don't think AJ is anywhere near his best. But that being said, Dave Allen is somebody who every time he stepped up to a certain level, it's ended badly. Camera just stopped recording there, so I need to pick up where I was, right? I'm on a bit of a ramble here. This is a guy, Dave Allen, who got his shit pushed in, let's be honest, by Fraser Clark less than, 2 years ago? Tony Yoka. David Price. And we're going to throw him in against AJ. Look, unless AJ is completely shot to bits, and don't get it twisted, right? Against Dubois, he looked shite. He couldn't hold a shot to save his life. Within the, first round he was hurt and didn't recover and just got banjoed all over the bloody ring. He looked awful, he looked pants. But that doesn't mean, just because Dave Allen beat Johnny bloody Fisher, he should be going in there against AJ, a former unified champion. That would be one of the most cynical... I'm speechless, right? I'm not a rambly or ranty channel. That's not what I'm trying to achieve here. That's not what I'm trying to build here. I don't want to build my platform on that guy who just shouts and moans and that kind of thing. I want to actually have, decent, coherent analysis. That's what I'm trying to build here. But if this turns out to be true, it would be possibly one of the most cynical and most gross matchups I've seen in a very, very long time. The only thing that comes close in my mind of recent years would be Alan Kaluli versus Danny Dignam. That one was just, again, gross. A guy who'd fought at, area level, being sent up against a elite world champion. Now, I say elite. Do I think Janibek is elite? No, but by the standards of the middleweight division at the moment, he is, isn't he? So, again, I'm not saying that, again, if Dave Allen fought AJ, that it's going to be a blowout like that where Allen's on it flat on his back within 2 rounds. I'm not saying that, but is Dave Allen going to sit there and, have a low lead left hand and jab, and outbox AJ? No, he isn't. What are we doing here? Like, I don't know, man. Look, I'm going to cut this here because this is just going to turn into a really ranty, rambly video. No one really wants to watch that. But let me just put forward and just maybe put it out there that if this does come off, would be the most cynical, the grossest heavyweight matchup in many, many a year. The mind boggles. But look, I've learned to be surprised by nothing in this sport. This sport is unlike any other sport, which is why we love it. But also, good God, if this turns out to be true. I mean, I remember, because Dave Allen's always had his fanboys, I remember years ago getting into a massive argument online with a Dave Allen fanboy who was telling me that Dave Allen would comfortably beat Deontay Wilder because, well, Dave Allen doesn't get hurt, so he would just take Wilder into deep waters and drown him. And look, this was prime Wilder. This is Wilder in, say, 2017. If that had happened in 2017, let's not even think about what would have happened. If you actually like Dave Allen, you wouldn't want that for him. So, look, Dave Allen versus Anthony Joshua, the mind boggles. But what about you? I'm going to cut it here. You look after yourselves, guys. Take it easy.